Hey, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and welcome to Nightly Gaming News. I don't know, I want to make it sound all professional and everything, but I just kind of spit this stuff out. Hope you had a good weekend, but Monday through Friday, we're back at it again. If you guys want to see this keep going, hey, Patreon's there for a reason, right? Surely YouTube ain't sponsoring this. Anyways, gameplay in the background, Monster Hunter World Beta. Been having a lot of fun with that, and you guys should know because you were watching the streams. I mean, I hope you were on YouTube here. We had like 50-something people. That's good stuff. And you guys were joining me. So if you want to join me again, we'll be playing this consistently. Skylent Shore No Space is my PlayStation Network name. So yeah, let's jump on, have some fun. Oh yeah, if you guys play Destiny, I kind of need some people to run through that game with too. But anyways, before we get into our big news stories, the deal of the day today, I let you guys know about this last week. It was coming, and now it's here slapping you in the face. A free Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag from Ubisoft. Yes, sir. Ubisoft has actually given away quite a few games, I think, and actually so has EA recently. I think just more publishers are trying to get some more of their games out in the world, more people playing their games, and some more goodwill because a lot of knows, man, that they've been doing a lot of bad lately, but maybe Ubisoft is turning it around. You know, there's some news that Rainbow Six Siege is doing freaking great, and Ubisoft is, you know, they're trying to do some good. They delayed the new Far Cry for quality concerns and Assassin's Creed a little bit, but at the same time, you know, it's still not perfect. They're still not perfect. I still think the new Assassin's Creed might be a little bit rushed, but hey, maybe we're getting there. Maybe if we keep being vocal, we'll get there. Anyways, hey, a free Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. And I heard that it's pretty good. I don't know if it's too decent on PC, but we'll find out. Oh yeah, super duper real quick, like Ready Player One, the trailer was released. It seems kind of interesting. You know, it's like a virtual reality thing going on. I don't know. It could be really cheesy, but I don't know. I'm actually think it's gonna be pretty good. You can see some staple characters in there and stuff like that. Whatever. You're gonna want to see it yourself. I think I'm probably healthily excited for it. Not too hype because it could go awry, but it seems kind of original. So yeah, let's give it a try. All right, guys, we got a couple of news stories, and you would think over the weekend I'd have compiled more, but not really, even with all these award shows and everything. But there are some things I want to talk about, okay? And some of them serious, some of them just hype and silly. But first thing, gameplay in the background, Monster Hunter. Well, the beta is still going on. I don't actually know when the beta ends. You would think somebody would do their journalistic due diligence and find that out, but hey, the beta's on and it's good stuff. Even if you aren't really interested in Monster Hunter, I think it's such a unique experience that you owe it to yourself to try it. It's free as well right now. It's not going to be free when it comes out. It is coming to PC, but at the moment the beta is only on consoles, Xbox, and PS4. I think it'd be cool to see a Switch port, maybe? I don't see why not. Monster Hunter has historically been on Nintendo consoles, or like the handhelds at least. I think it would make sense. But my experience with this beta is like, it's freaking fantastic. I even eyeballed the collector's edition from just playing the beta, and I'm really becoming engrossed in the Monster Hunter universe. I was thinking about going back and buying some of the older Monster Hunters and buying a 3DS just to play the game, but it seems that Monster Hunter World is quite a lot of monsters are kind of redone, rehashed. A lot of the gameplay is very similar. I don't think you really need to play the older ones, especially since this one's going to be just kind of bigger and better, it seems. But overall, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think it's great, and I just want more Monster Hunters. So the beta is limited. You just get like 3 monsters to hunt. There's actually more monsters. You get like 2 levels, and in between then you can choose different quests. Whatever. Complicated. You get like every weapon. Yeah, you get every single weapon inside of the Monster Hunter universe that you get. Every type of like class of weapon. So you get to really experiment there. Not too many armors, but overall the beta, I think it has a decent amount of content, and I can totally see the replay value since I'm literally just replaying the beta over and over and over again. In fact, I spent hours just in the little testing room playing with the different weapons. It's a fun game, it's fun stuff, but look forward to my first impression review coming real soon like, and also a lot more Monster Hunter content. All right, so next story we got is going to be talking about the PS4 remakes that I just care to mention here. That's going to be Shadow of the Colossus, which is looking gorgeous. Shadow of the Colossus is freaking art. I think it belongs in, I don't know how you'd put a video game in a museum, but like it belongs in a place so that it could be touted as, I don't know, some sort of Hall of Fame of some kind. That it is like a cultural masterpiece, in my opinion. So yeah, this is going to be a repurchase for me for PS4. I skipped the PS3 one. We're going to do PS4. It looks great, and I can't wait to play it. But also, I want to gush about the teaser trailer for Medieval. Medieval was like one of the first games that I ever like actually completed, and yet it was so hard. It was actually so difficult. Think of like I hate making comparisons to Dark Souls, but like this was like childhood me's first Dark Souls-like experience. It was challenging. It's an action. I mean, I don't know if you can call it an RPG really, but it's an action adventure game. You know, there's different weapons that you can go and collect. There's lots of secrets. It's cool stuff. I know the teaser trailer is not going to show you anything if you've never seen it, but go type that into YouTube. You might find some gameplay. It's probably just going to be, you know, just a graphical update. It would be cool if it's to the degree of Crash Bandicoot, which is what I'm assuming it's going to be. And I think that's just going to be fantastic. I'm loving these remakes of older games, but I know some people want like new games. Of course, absolutely. But I think since we're like a generation, you know, ahead of everything now, I could see my son, you know, playing Medieval. Why not? I could see him playing Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that. So, you know, these type of remakes that are like a decade or more older, yeah, no, it makes sense. Keep them coming. All right, so the next story, maybe not so exciting, a little bit of drama here. We have a game being removed from Steam for apparently targeting pedophiles. That's kind of weird. Now, did the game actually target pedophilia? Did it actually include pedophilia? I mean, it kind of a little bit, doesn't it? I mean, it sort of alludes to it, I think, but I didn't play the game, but apparently it's like the game was actually against pedophilia, but it has to kind of show it and mention it to, you know, make that it is a subject matter in the game, I think, but I don't think it really is meant to promote it. Anyways, and it seems like for the game's like you know, its store page, its front page, and how it described itself, I think it was lost in translation as well. You know, it's like everybody who loves little girls. I don't think it was really meant to be translated quite like that. So I think there's a little bit of lost in translation here, and I think that this game probably teetered on a line. But really, just the idea. This is what I want to talk about. The idea of a game being removed because maybe the audience that played that game happened to be pedophiles. And I think that I don't really want to keep talking about it. This is already demonetized, Patreon hype, but I don't like that. I don't think a game should be removed based on its audience or who it's seemingly targeting. I know that might sound really bad, but take for example what's happening with YouTube currently. There's lots of channels that are being completely wiped. Their comments are being deleted because they're fostering a community of, pedophilia and some really not nice stuff. To an extent, some YouTubers, we were just talking about it, being bullied out of their communities because they foster a community of other aggressive commenters, people who have very harsh criticisms. It doesn't look very good for PR, either on YouTube or, you know, game developers or whatever. You know, we're seeing a lot of not free speech on the internet. And regardless of the subject matter or how harsh or serious people might seem to be, I don't like that because you're going to get situations where, like right now, on YouTube, there are gymnast videos, and it's just like little girls doing gymnastics. And normally that's like an educational sort of thing, and or maybe it's a sport type of thing. But now it's not, and comments are being deleted, and maybe some videos are being removed, and more people are going to be more hesitant to share content like that because of what YouTube is doing. And you know, that sort of idea, that concept is obviously bleeding throughout the internet here. And Steam can do whatever it wants. YouTube can do whatever it wants. All these websites can do whatever they want. But what makes these things so big is that, you know, developers or, you know, content creators of whatever kind can upload to these sites and just make their art. You know, it goes out to whoever, it attracts whoever. Sometimes you don't even know. You know, like that saying, it's like, you don't know what a song is about. Really, the listener makes, you know, the meaning of the song. Whoever made the song, it's just like, you created the words, you made the tone and everything, but it's all in the eye of the beholder. Sure. I don't know, but artists should be free to make their art. That's my opinion. Of course, if they, you know, if you're gonna have something literally explicit with the plot and the visuals, it still needs to be done tastefully. So whether that was the case or not, I didn't play the game, and I don't know. It's gonna have to go from a case-to-case basis. It just doesn't feel good. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I don't like the trend that I'm seeing. Whether this deserved it or not, I'm just seeing a trend of things that do deserve it, but then also some things that are kind of getting hit in the crossfire. And as somebody who I know I'm a little bit edgier, and we obviously were mentioning this in a news story, but should I myself as a content creator, should you as a content creator, because I know many of you are, as streamers and stuff like that, actually already Twitch, we can't stream certain games, even though they actually don't have nudity. And they're actually legitimately good games. So it's kind of a scary future. You know, the internet is a beautiful place, or it used to be. And at the same time, it's very dark and scary, but we need to walk this line a little bit with a little bit more calm heads on our shoulders, I think, before we just ban everything here and there because we lose advertisement revenue. All right, guys. Well, let's move on to some happier stuff. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be talking about Overwatch. Overwatch is going to start telling players when their reports are going to lead to bans. This is something that happens in Dota. So in Dota, when you report somebody, you actually have limited reports. So when you report somebody, it takes away one of your, like your ammunition. It takes away one of your bans, but then it tells you, it's like, oh yeah, hey, one of your reports, eventually resulted in the guy getting banned. So here's another report to reward you, and thanks for making the community better. So Overwatch is going to do something similar. We got, it's just going to, we're going to report people, and it's going to tell us, hey, you did a good job. The community is a little bit better. And that's great because, guys, Overwatch is extremely toxic. And I did not see this coming. I didn't when I first started playing in the beta of Overwatch. I had so much fun with it. I took promotional deals for it, and I was jamming, okay? But I've slowly kind of my breaks on Overwatch have been getting bigger and bigger because the community, at least where I am, the master tier, is so toxic. Now, I don't know where you guys are. I know in like League, bronze can get pretty rough, but I can only imagine. Overwatch being such an explosive esport game with voice chat, and because of the way the game is designed, with, you need to switch characters, you need to be, working with your team. Teamwork is so pivotal with Overwatch. And the matches are so fast, you don't really have time to strategize. So whenever, anything you say in the game needs to be important to the gameplay. But whenever somebody is just screaming in the mic, or they're telling you to do some stupid things, or they're doing really stupid things and they won't switch or something like that, it can create, friction, big friction. It can create a lot of drama. And yes, people need to be reported. People need to calm down. If you're going to play ranked, if you're going to play this serious game seriously, then you gotta take it seriously. You gotta take it seriously and act just a little bit professional. At least, where I am in Masters, I don't know how you feel about the game, if you take it seriously or not, but I think we can all admit that Overwatch is to a high degree quite toxic. But it's good that they're doing this thing now. All right, dudes, next up, I just want to real quick say Path of Exile, War for the Atlas is now live. Trailer's playing right there in the little corner. I think it's pretty interesting that they consistently have been updating the game. Now, from what I haven't played all the updates, but from what I played the base vanilla game, which was good. It was decent stuff. And I normally don't like those control schemes. I normally don't like this type of game. I enjoyed it, so I'll give it my seal of approval. Also, monetization, super exciting. That's what I want to really promote here, is that I've played a little bit of some expansions, like just a little bit past the vanilla. I played, of course, the vanilla, and I have never felt any sort of need to buy anything from the cash shop. There's like just cosmetics. I think there is like a storage thing. I never felt the need to buy that versus freaking Guild Wars 2, holy crap. Path of Exile, when it comes to games that are free, completely free, and then also consistently update themselves, Path of Exile is the best. A lot of people like to tout Warframe, but if you just compare Warframe to Path of Exile, it is no contest. Path of Exile has just more consistently, more specific updates, like true expansions with, it's not going to just be some random Archwing or something. It's true expansions, true expanded gameplay, and it's all completely free, and it's good stuff too. So Path of Exile, I do quite enjoy it. I give it my seal of approval, even just for trying as a free game. And as a free game, my review for it is like, dude, it's got to be the best free-to-play model that I've ever seen. Really contesting Dota 2. But this is something that consistently updates, like linear expansion content, which you normally have to pay like a subscription for, or you have to make the game pay to win or whatever. You got to do some weird stuff like Warframe does, super expensive crafting timers and stuff like that. No, Path of Exile's like, nah, we got you, bruh. So yeah, new updates live. All right, guys, and final little bit of news in drama that I want to kind of just talk about here. Well, I'm going to make some drama. Well, we have Atari Box pre-orders is going to be starting soon, but here is my opinion on this. Okay, so the Atari Box, if you don't know what that is, it's going to be basically like, like the Nintendo Classic or the SNES, the new Nintendo mini emulator box thing that they did. That's kind of what this is doing here. And of course it has that retro look. It's, it's got that wooded finish, or it's probably a fake wood, right? it looks kind of like it looks like an old Atari-ish aesthetic. I had an Atari personally, and it has this like wood panel on it. So it's just aesthetically, it's kind of more of a design thing. I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of people collect stuff and things that are very nostalgic, just to kind of look cool. You know, like a lot of people just have a bunch of old consoles. You don't need those consoles, but they still like to play on them. They like the smell, the feel, the experience. Some people are like that. So some people are going to buy this just because it looks classic. But especially, I think, with the newest Roller Coaster Tycoon, Atari just super freaking dropped the ball. And a couple other games, too. Atari publishing has just been garbage. Atari as a whole is a shell of what it used to be. And I think it had a dream at one time, and those people are not in the company anymore. So whatever Atari is now, really what I'm getting the feeling of is it's like, okay, let's make a quick buck. Let's not use much, money. Let's up front. Let's not invest too much. Let's not be too serious about anything. And let's just see what we can get away with. That's really how I'm feeling. So Atari Box, should you be excited about it? Should you be talking about it? I think you should be really freaking pessimistic about it. That's what I think. I think you should be very realistic with it. So as hype as I want to be about it, I'm not. It's nothing like the Super Nintendo with freaking Super Metroid coming out. No. I don't think Atari really has anything like that. And let's be honest. I don't know how you feel about this, but let's be completely honest. You can play so many Atari-like games that are just better for free on mobile devices. Really, you're not going to get Super freaking Metroid or a Super Metroid clone that's as good as Super Metroid on mobile devices. You can just click on Google, type in just like some old Atari games, play in your browser, and you can just play them. They're either clones, perfect clones, or whatnot. They're just, I don't know, the Atari was just in a period, it was a pioneering period of very simplistic games. A lot of the ports from arcade games were very lackluster, by the way, as well. The Atari was a cool concept, but it was completely a stepping stone. So having this console, I don't think is really great. I don't think it's going to hit its mark. I think a lot of people aren't going to really care about it. I think really, even collectors are probably just going to have the original Atari. They probably already have the original Atari. Don't know who this is meant for. It's, maybe like if Sega released, like there's like a Sega remix package, I think people would buy the hell out of that. But Atari, you know what, guys? I don't know about that. Anyway, so that's the news for today. Get excited, get hyped for Tuesday, for tomorrow's. And if you have any news stories, please join the Discord, links in the description, as well as all the other news stories. And let me know about some new news, some giveaway games. And thanks so much for the guys who have been mentioning all these news stories, have been really helping me out quite a lot here. And I know I rant and ramble quite a little bit. I like talking about stuff and things. Hopefully you do too. Let me know what you guys think about these stories in the comments below. And hopefully, I see you in Monster Hunter World, at least in the beta. Please, at least in the beta. Join me, Skylent Shore, no space, in PlayStation Network. And hopefully I'll see you when it does release. Get excited for that, guys. Much love. My name's Skylent. Don't forget it, guys. It's the channel name, please. I'll see you in the next one.